He just kept telling us, I can't hang on anymore. You know, telling him to kick his legs. He's like, I don't feel my legs, all that stuff. So it was pretty scary.
Some tense moments on a West Michigan lake this afternoon after a man fell through thin ice and neighbors struggled to pull him out. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson was on the scene today. She spoke to the man who was first at that scene. She's live in studio control tonight. Danny.
Leon, luckily we're told that that man is likely going to be okay. That's due in large part to the fact that one of his neighbors saw him fall beneath the ice. Now, the fire chief told us if someone hadn't seen what happened and gotten help right away, any more time in that freezing water, this likely would have been a much different story.
It was right up until the point where
Ed Hawks planned to take his dog Abby on a quick walk near Big Crooked Lake before today's Michigan game. A walk they've taken countless times before. That's when he saw his neighbor getting ready to sail out on an ice boat.
he was getting ready to go out, we were talking about the ice conditions, and I was a little bit concerned about him. And he didn't get too far. He basically broke through as soon as he got about 100 feet out, and that was it. The whole thing went down.
Hawk says at first he didn't know what to do. He didn't have a cell phone with him to call for help, but he had to do something.
I mean, what was going through your mind when you first saw that?
I can't say that on TV.
The man was calling out for a rope. Hawks couldn't find one, but was willing to try anything, stretching a ladder over the ice, even trying to use a blanket as a rope.
The ice was just so bad, and he was just too heavy, and he kept basically busting through.
Some other neighbors saw what Hawks was trying to do, called 911, and helped Hawks pull the man at least partially out of the freezing water with a garden hose until the fire department got to the scene.
He'd been in the water for about 15 minutes, and he was, tell you, the last 5 minutes, he didn't have much of a will to live. And we were really having to coach him into hanging in there.
When the fire department got to the scene, they were quickly able to pull him out. And although the chief told us hypothermia had already likely set in, without the help he got from his neighbors, it could have been much worse.
What if somebody hadn't seen him go?
If he went ahead, he probably wouldn't have made it. Truly.
We are told that those rescue crews were able to get the man out so quickly because of a special ice rescue sled that the Grattan Township Fire Department has and a firefighter in a full wetsuit. Now, this was not the only ice rescue in West Michigan today. We know of at least one other. Experts are telling us that people should wait a little bit longer before assuming that ice is thick enough to be safe. We do have more tips about ice safety on our website, woodtv.com. Live in studio control tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.